What does $1 million buy you in 2022 in Alameda? Let's find out.
Hey, and welcome back to the channel. My name is Hans Struzyna. This is my wife, Kristin. We're with the Gunderman Group at Keller Williams Luxury International, and today we are doing another installment of What the Money Bought. We are going to go over the 2022 numbers right here in Alameda, California, at the $1 million price point. So if you've followed this series in the past, I'll link to some of the past ones up here. I'll be bringing some of the new numbers to you today so you can see exactly what you get for $1 million here locally.
If you like this channel and you like the content we're putting out, make sure that you hit the like button and subscribe because we're going to be putting out more content just like this and you're not going to want to miss it.
So without any further ado, I'm going to take you over and show you the numbers. All right, so if you've seen this video series, I did a bunch of them last year, you will recognize this. We're looking at basically the same spreadsheet with a new line on it. So I've got 2022 here up at the top. We've got 10 properties that sold within about $10,000 of the $1 million price point. And here's what we learned. Days on market expanded pretty significantly on average. Those properties sold in 29 days. Similar size bed bath count, pretty similar throughout the recent history. But as was consistent in recent history, the size has gotten a little smaller. The square footage is at more of a premium. We've seen that trend and that has remained consistent, although it is slowing down a little bit. The property age, consistent, a little newer than what we experienced over the last 5 years. But here's where it starts to get interesting. For the first time since 2018, these properties on average sold just under the $1 million, as you can see, $997. And the list price to sales price ratio is the lowest that it's been since 2019. Interesting. I think we're going to see more of that as we go into the new year. You're going to see closer to that 5 to 10% over list price as opposed to 10 to 20% and even more. Now remember, these are averages, but nonetheless, that is what I'm seeing and that's what I'm predicting. So $733 a square foot on average is what you should expect to spend. There was a time when anything good was selling at $1,000 a square foot. So keep that in mind and put that into context for yourself there. Now, let's look at the overall market averages. 370 of the 518 properties that had closed as of the recording of this video in early December sold above the $1 million mark. This is what is really interesting in Alameda. You go back to 2018, 42% of the market was over $1 million. Now, 71% of the market is over $1 million. And as you can see, you're starting to see more condos and townhouses and duets sell consistently in that $1 million price point. Whereas before, you would expect it was almost all, if not nearly all, single family. Occasionally, a condo would sneak in there. So what we're seeing, the market in Alameda has moved up. When you start looking into the $1 million price point, you are now solidly in that bottom third of price points as opposed to more in that top half like you were in 2018. You are also seeing your house get smaller. 2 bed, 1 bath, 2 baths, somewhere in that ballpark. 1,400 square feet is what you can expect on average. And you know, $733 a square foot. So if you're in the $700 to $800 a square foot, you're pretty average right now in Alameda for that price point. So this is something that I will continue to track. I'll put it out next year, same thing. But this is where we're at right now. And the more you know, the more you understand the market, the better off you are.
All right, I hope you got a lot out of that analysis. If you did, make sure to like and subscribe. And we look forward to seeing you on the next one.